Flying Disc Federation 2024 World Team Disc Golf Championship, hosted by Mundaring Sporting Club Disc Golf, would like to acknowledge the support of event partners World Flying Disc Federation and Australian Disc Golf. Major sponsors: Government of Western Australia Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries, Lottery West, the Shire of Mundaring, and RAD, Recreation, Activity, Design. Thank you and enjoy the coverage.
Welcome, Park Media legends. Today we've got the World Team Disc Golf Championships coming at you, as held in November in 2024 out at Mundaring Disc Golf Course. I'm joined by my favourite commentator as always, Matty Faz. How are you, Matty?
I'm good, mate. I'm looking forward to commentating on what's a pretty alien format for us here, the head-to-head stuff.
Absolutely, and as you can see on the screen, we're humbled today because we're joined by Australian team competitor, Sarah Lee. Welcome, Sarah.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Now, we will be leaning on you, Sarah, fairly heavily to tell us the format and how this goes, but talk us through who's playing for this Germany versus Australia matchup.
Yep, so for each round we have two different matches playing. So we've got singles. This round we've got our top MPO players, Luke Bayne for Australia and Timo Hartmann for Germany. And then on the doubles we've got Patrick Robinson and myself for Australia, and Christoph Weiss and Martje Sumowski. Hopefully I've pronounced that correctly.
Very well done with the names there.
Very well
and,
done.
And Matty, who are you looking forward to checking out?
Well, I'm always looking forward to checking out new international talent, but we also love watching Bayne, don't we?
We do.
He's been crushing it for years here in Australia.
So we're starting and we're playing some alternate holes. It was made up of 9 random holes, was it, Sarah, on the day?
Yeah, so we play 9 holes from 2 different courses over the week. So we were playing the Black Cockatoo course this time around. So starting on hole 4, actually the par 4.
Now, we must apologise first up because we did arrive a little late to the first tee for this match, but not late enough to see that stunning drive from Sarah. So we're joining halfway through, and you've left Paddy with a bit of work to do here, Sarah.
Yep, not the ideal start. This was our first round for the tournament, so Paddy and I were definitely feeling the nerves on this. But Paddy kind of saves it a little bit for me. Lands kind of in the fairway there, just off behind a tree, but pretty good scramble there from Paddy.
We see the second here from the German team. Martje, is that what we're going with?
Yep. I'm happy with that.
Yep.
Nice little forehand flick there.
So yeah, if you're looking to follow the scoring too, up the top you'll see next to Luke Bayne's name, A/S means all square, so that's the current score in the battle. As Bayne line drives one in, and he's in the singles battle, of course, against this man.
And then the second you see in our graphic is just indicating what shot they're throwing. So hopefully the graphics do a better job of keeping you all in touch than than we do. You don't want to be relying fully on us. And there's the ever-entertaining Luke Bayne and Paddy just showing off his colours too.
Yeah, so we're trying a new thing with this format, trying to keep you all informed as how this is scored. It's obviously it's a point system, Sarah, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's called match play. So rather than counting your strokes throughout the whole round, we just play each hole, and score each hole. So if you win the hole, then you get 1 point.
Yeah, similar to the OTB skins, just not for money, right? Just for points.
Yeah. And these points accumulate as well over the round.
National pride, I believe.
International
recognition. Pride, yeah. So that was to win the hole, if you look at the graphic at the top. And came very close, actually, Sarah.
Yep. That did not help with the nerves on the day.
Good team chemistry there, the two. Just celebrating quite heartily the miss.
I'm not buying it. They're trying to unsettle the Aussies here.
All right, Pat to win the hole here.
Oh, some nerves all around, I think.
Yeah, first hole nerves. I mean, this is probably the biggest stage Pat's played on. He's been playing the game for a long time.
Yep. He's played world teams before. What would that have been? I think 2018, I believe. So it's been a while.
Yeah, disc golf would have been a fraction of the size it is today.
So, yeah, all squares all round there as Sarah taps in. So, nothing much to report.
Yeah, no harm done.
DSB Accounting Solutions brings us hole 5, which is a par 3.
So this one, you've got hazard all down the left side. So you've really got to get the disc to come back in towards the basket. So that white line there, I believe, is what you have to swing to the right to.
So you can't play on the fairway at all?
Well, if you land out there, it's a hazard, so you'll take that extra stroke if you do land out there.
Oh! Pins it.
That was nice.
So
from
good.
German Timbo.
And we could not see that from the tee.
And a well-deserved reverse parked here.
Absolutely early for Timo.
See this one just like a magnet. Bang.
Did I say that out loud? German Timbo. Sorry, Timmy.
All right, asking questions of Luke here.
Oh, he's got the forehand for this, surely.
Yeah, it's only 90 metres. Good
Here it
height,
comes.
good width.
There's not a lot wrong with that.
No. Right, so it lines up nicely for the lefty.
And something to mention as well is we need to nominate who tees off on every hole before the start of the round. So this is a perfect lefty backhand hole, so they've definitely made a good strategic decision there.
Right, so does that mean you can have someone tee off 2 holes in a row?
Yeah, so there were a few rules around that. So in the doubles, in the 9-hole format, you've got to have one person teeing off 4 times, another person tee off 5 times. And they can't tee off more than, I think, twice in a row or 3 times in a row.
Get inside.
Okay.
Just creeps in there, buddy.
Cheeky roll in. So yeah, we've got to note that down our scoring card before the round.
Right, so the strategy's in play even before you throw a frisbee here.
Yeah, you got to stay switched on from, even before you start playing.
Ooh, I feel like he
Bayne.
needed that.
Well, he leaves himself very vulnerable now.
Now this is the doubles to win the hole. Oh. It's in.
And that's the
That's in.
first point we see
Yep.
on coverage here as Germany take the lead over Australia in both matches here.
Yeah, so
Yeah, and you'll see we won't be putting out. Once a hole's been won, then that's the end. And
That's
we
it?
can't play, so we can't get that little practice putt in if we wanted.
No, losing a hole deprives you of disc golf. What a punishment.
a 1 metre putt.
Yeah.
Hole 6 brought to us by One Small Goat. I'm going to need some clarity on that in my notes, but tell us about this hole, Sarah.
Yep, so this one, par 3, 120 metres. The golf sand over there is all hazard, so you see that pop up over a few holes. But yeah, pretty straightforward one. Just hang it out wide and let it skip back into the basket, which I think Timo has done quite well.
Yeah,
Oh, he's pushed the OB actually.
Ooh, it's tight down there, the OB.
Yeah.
All right. Bayne needs to take advantage of that one.
Yeah, this is an opportunity, you feel? Man loves an opportunity, is Luke Bayne from Australia.
Well, looks like that 120-metre push.
Yep.
Oh, that is
Absolutely
lovely.
nails it.
Lovely shot. And he's got an opportunity to square it up again.
All right, let's get a look at Weiss's distance here. Oh, beautiful skip.
And there's that kicked OB. No, it's
Doesn't
stayed in.
look
So it
like
must
it.
be only tight in front of the basket there.
Yeah, it pushes out near the basket. I think you've got your 10-meter circle. But yeah, if you're short of that, it does push in very close.
We know Paddy's got this kind of distance. Let's see how his...
Must be saving all your
line
tee-offs,
is.
are we, Sarah?
Yep.
Saving them all for the monsters?
Leaves Sarah with a 6-meter putt, I should say.
Yep.
Yep, nice little tester.
And we got a good, that's the who's who of Australian disc golf following our players around.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Yep.
Ruben Berg is there, I believe. Cassie Sweeten's following the team around.
Yeah, and Aaron Mortensen?
Morton.
Just Morton.
Morton?
That's his son you're talking about.
Morton. The Morton Bay Bug, of course. How could I mess that one up? Sorry, Aaron.
But yeah, another
So
little format
interestingly,
there. Yeah,
interestingly, Timo's having his shot here, which is for 3.
yep. So they still play.
They still play in that order, in furthest from the basket.
Yeah, they still play in that order, for sure. I mean, there's no guarantee I'm making this putt, so
Oh,
might as
surely.
well. Oh, sorry, no, Timo's singles. There's no guarantee Bayne's making the putt, but
Well,
yeah.
all
So that
saved
just puts
there.
that extra bit of
that's good.
pressure on Bayne.
Ooh, couldn't put the pressure on your putt there, Sarah. You must have been happy to see that one sail past.
has to
Yeah, I
make
mean,
it
I'm
to win the
still,
hole.
yeah, exactly. I'm still gonna make the putt.
Bayne with his famed yellow putters.
Oh, that was nice.
Clean.
Drill's a little tester there.
One Small Goat is Ken and Sue Summers, a creative productions brand. I did not know that, and I do know that now.
Yeah, they seem like a bit of a jack of all trades pairing, don't they?
Yeah, I was never in doubt.
No, pops it in.
Oh God.
You
Can't
can
tell
open your
there,
eyes,
but
Sarah.
yeah. I'm glad that camera was showing the back of me, not the front.
So
Don't
a good
see
hole.
me just
A good hole for the Aussies there, squaring it back up again after that mishap on the second.
Yep.
But we go to hole 7 now. This one looks like an uphill par 4 if ever I've seen one.
Yeah, there's a lot more uphill than this shot shows. You gotta go to the right. There is a bit of OB early on, and then it opens up a bit here, and then we're gonna push to the left shortly into this little tunnel shot.
Ragtop Designs Co brings this one. Carl Bellasini. Good Italian name, Matty.
Very good Italian name.
Come up with the DGC 24 logo. Thank you, Ragtop Designs.
So what do you think this one actually plays like going up the hill there, Sarah?
What's it say there? 180. Look, I'm probably the worst person to ask for this. I kind of just play a lot on intuition than, numbers. So apologies there.
So you're not going to answer us? Or?
No.
You just-
I don't know, maybe
you're just
200
tapping out of that
instead of
question.
180.
It's all right. I'll send Paddy a quick email.
As we get a drive from Sarah. Oh, you just caught the tree and sent it backwards.
Was that the one tree on the fairway
Yeah,
there,
I
Sarah?
think that's the one tree to hit. So there's OB on the right of that tree and actually kick to the left. There's also some OB on the left as well. So I think
Germans can capitalise here.
pretty good shots. Quite tight to that tree line though. You want to be a bit more to the right where she landed.
Only went OB.
Yeah, almost went OB there.
And Paddy having to resuscitate the hole for the Aussies here.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pattern that's starting to form here.
Well, he looks like he's put you in a decent spot there to hit that tunnel.
Yeah, set me up well.
Weiss didn't hit a tree there. Could give
There's a lot of
Sumowski a putt.
There's a lot of team bonding going on with the German team. I think they're really trying to get in under the skin of the Aussies here. Ooh.
Yeah, it's the mental side of the match play that I'm really looking forward to covering here. It's not as prevalent, I don't think, in stroke play. Unless you're
No.
deep into the final round on the last day.
So with an identical shot to his opponent Bayne, let's see what Ooh. Timo takes an early one.
All right, so the Aussies can still get up and down for par here. Thanks
Bread
to
and butter this for Sarah Lee.
Oh, yeah. Go in. Oh.
Sorry, took.
Little Guardian just got that one, eh, Sarah?
Yep.
Do you remember it being that good? Does the camera do it justice?
I can't remember. My memory on these shots are...
Oh, look at
Go
it.
in.
Oh.
Wow. Circle 3 there.
See where Bayne's kicked to.
What was the weather like, Sarah? You've got Bayne in the hoodie there, and you've got Aaron who's got the sun hat and the buff.
Yeah, it was... This one was a morning round, so it was quite chilly in the mornings, but the weather was not too bad. Once it got a bit later in the day, it warmed up a bit.
Yeah, cold starts in the morning in Western Oz.
Yep. So Bayne gets the hole in regulation there, and this is to win the hole for the doubles pairing of Germany. Sumowski putts. Oh, that's a good putt.
It was a confident putt.
Very good putt. Smooth.
It's a bit of action early.
Yeah.
Topsy-turvy match play disc golf, which is what we want to see.
Some
Mhm.
attacking. And all square ties the hole does Timo Hartmann.
All right, we move into hole 8 here. It's a par 4. We're coming out of the woods. Moving on to the golf fairway. Sarah, what are we looking to do here? It looks like a left to right shot that sort of comes back to the left, ideally.
Yeah, you can see that yellow line. That is all OB. So you really got to hit it out quite straight to start off with and then push into the right. So once you get past that OB, it opens up a bit more and then throwing into the trees there to the basket.
Yeah, all important first shot here is Bayne has the box. Opting will probably be a backhand flex.
Yeah, so he's probably going over the OB, hoping to finish left past it.
Now, is it a how does the tee off work with the is it a rotation or is it
So
genuinely-
it's the same rules as, I guess, standard disc golf, where if you win the hole, then you'll
Okay.
tee off first.
and
next.
doubles and singles always first?
Singles is always first.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
It's a good head of hair on Timo, isn't it?
Yeah, very slick style.
Thick too, body, it's got everything.
Yeah, maybe going too far left off
Yeah.
the tee there.
Asking for it to get down there as it was fading.
But a nice shot for the lefty here as Sumowski lines up.
Smooth form, isn't it?
I was just about to say that. Well, that's
Ooh,
ideal.
I think that might be OB.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it pushes in quite close to the trees on the left.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so Paddy will looking to capitalise here. So at this point, you're thinking, let's just get one in. Surely.
Yeah. Just land it in bounds, and then hopefully I can get it close to the basket for Paddy on the second.
Yeah, the wind really having an effect there. You see the disc take a sharp decline mid-air.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Got safe, though.
Yep.
Yeah, this whole brought to us by Tony Stones of Stones Promotions. He is responsible for just about every trophy that exists in Western Australian disc golf.
The bespoke disc golf of Western Australia.
Tony Stones. It sounds like a gangster's name, doesn't it? Don't you reckon?
Oh, look at that up shot.
Thank you, Tony.
Only 5 meters left there for Martje.
So that was their third. So this will be your second, Sarah.
Yep. So Paddy's put in a pretty good spot. A few extra meters, so I could, run up on the tee pad would have been nice, but
He's giving
Not
you a
too
one-shot
bad.
advantage.
Good looking whip on that,
Yeah,
Sarah.
nice tree too. Must have planned it that way.
oh, yep, that was part of the plan the whole time.
All right, birdie's in play there for the Aussies.
Definitely.
Probably 8 meters there for Bayne.
Let's see. interesting thing about this match play is, you know, as Bayne being further from the basket, gets to go first and really heap the pressure on his opponent. It's an interesting aspect of the match play, isn't it?
But he knows he has to make this putt. And does. That's clutch.
Huge.
Great putt.
Now Paddy to square up this doubles battle. Oh.
A little shaky early on for the putts that matter from Pat, but he'll find his composure, I'm sure.
That one's gone begging, you'd have to say.
Yeah, and the thing with this round only being 9 holes is you run out of holes pretty quickly towards the end. So
What do you say to Paddy after that putt, Sarah?
I say no biggie, all good. Little high five. I will tell him plenty of holes to play, but you know, in the back of my mind, I'm like, we only have 4 holes left.
Don't want to do that again. Hole 9 now, which is the par 4. And I recognise this one. This is a very popular hole.
Yep, it's just downhill. I think this might actually be a par 3. But yeah, downhill, 140 meters. Yeah, it definitely pushes in, and it goes downhill as well. So get a few rollaways as well on this one, depending how you land.
Would you say there's an eagle playing here for the big arm, Sarah?
Oh, for sure.
Whether or not they go for it though, Matty, it's pretty tight down there. Luke's got that working.
Ooh, I think he
Yeah,
lands
down.
in
OB.
that OB.
See if Timo, if he's going to adjust, and he has. He's gone further left.
You see the hands
right,
go to the
sorry.
head. Similar spot to Bayne, I think, but
Yeah.
yeah.
As well. The boy's trying to bite off too much there. Let's see what Christoph Weiss. Yep. Is he laying up?
Keeps that one purely on
Think
hyzer. And
so.
yeah, just wants to make the upshot gettable for Martje there.
What are you thinking, Sarah? What are we doing?
I'm just playing safe, so try and get into a good spot for Paddy.
Was this the first hole where we've seen one team have the male thrower and the other go the female?
Ooh. Just kick back in there.
Yeah, I was a bit nervous over that one.
That was very close.
Was the strategy there, Sarah, knowing that you didn't have to bite that much distance off the tee and just giving the more reliable upshotter in Paddy the
Yeah,
responsibility?
for sure.
And at this point, you're like, just nothing over 6 meters. Thanks, Pat. So
Yeah.
the Germans still up.
Yep, by
At this
1
point-
hole.
Oh, she almost dunked that.
Ooh.
Yeah, so shout out to Jason Brown, the former Mundaring Sporting Club Disc Golf president and Australian disc golf scene legend, for sponsoring this one. JB, we've had him on coverage before, haven't we?
Yeah, yes, at the Pine Lines Open, I believe.
Correct. Good memory.
Big disconnection man, big dynamic disc man. So this is our 2 singles from their OB position.
Oh, I do love the float on Timo's putt.
And that
Christoph's
puts,
make sure of the third.
yeah,
and
puts some pressure on me to
yeah, fair
make
bit.
this putt.
Yes.
The left side putt, though.
I'm
Not the
nervous
most
for
confident.
you, Sarah.
A little double flex there from Sarah, just
Get the python.
trying to intimidate.
Yeah, it's all about the mind games.
And it should tie this up. So this one's a very tight battle between our 2 singles, isn't it?
Yeah, as you'd expect, 2 high-quality players. 2 brimming moustaches. Oh, it's more of a goatee on
It is,
Timo.
So we get back to our traditional hole 1 for this next next one. It's par 450 metres.
Yeah.
Oh, I recognise this one.
Yeah, shooting out the tunnel and then back into, you can either go left or right side here to the basket.
So yeah, another one where you don't need a lot of distance off the tee, Sarah. Does that mean we're going to see you just put Paddy into position?
I think so. I can't remember who tees off on this one.
Well, you'll be able to get a good idea from Bayne here. Master of deconstructing these wooded par fours.
Yeah, I reckon he's going to go flex forehand on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Now we talk top 5 forehands in Australia.
Yeah.
Firmly cemented.
Absolutely. Top 3, I'd say.
Is Luke Bayne, I'd agree, and Paddy's probably up there too. Timo up there with the backhand here. Oh,
Yeah.
he's hit that line purely.
He's got to a good spot. He hasn't
That looks
exactly made up his
good.
decision, though, has he? Left or right? I think he's in the middle there.
Effortless distance from Martje.
There's a slight uphill on this hole off the tee.
That's a good spot to be.
All right, your comfortable shot shape with the backhand is a little bit of flex out of the hand, isn't
Yeah,
it,
I
Sarah?
do love putting a bit of Annie out of the hand.
Should send it uphill a little. Yeah, right at the tee pad. Giving Paddy a nice approach for his second.
As planned.
So if he doesn't slip on that wood edging, I'll be blaming you for that, Sarah.
Yeah, that's a great thing about playing doubles is you can always blame someone else.
You run out of excuses.
Yeah, exactly.
He gets most of the way down there, Paddy. We can't tell if he's happy with it or not. So they're a little pinched off for their second here. What are we doing? Is it a roller?
Your flex
Yes.
forehand? He's doesn't look like a typical disc golf shot. Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that. Good heavens.
What was that? Was that a Tommy?
Yeah.
Tomahawk?
Scuba.
Oh, Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
You still call it a scuba in Germany, I wonder?
Timo here throwing 2. Looks like he's got a pretty technical upshot himself.
Yeah, I think he pushed a bit too far to the left, so... Oh.
Needs to get through.
Mm.
Bayne with a chance. If he can get near bullseye, Bayne, then he's a good chance of taking this hole.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's a bit short. He's got a bit of work to do on the putt, but should be in a pretty good spot.
I hope Timo's got a better view of the basket than we do.
Oh, there it is. I can just see the cage poking out.
Yeah.
So for 3, putt Sumowski.
Oh, catches some metal.
I can't watch.
Oh,
Metal again.
they're dialed in, the girls.
Yeah, they are. Oh, with venom.
That was a rocket.
Jesus.
You know, he likes to spin those putts.
That was OB that missed, sorry. Paddy with hand in pocket too. Look at him. Cool customer, Paddy.
Casual as you like.
But yeah, I think you would have seen Paddy just go to the Germans, just ask if it's worth putting out. Because if you do say that, you know, it's a tap in, then you can agree that it's a tap in and pick up your disc and go and not tap it out. So
Germans weren't having a bar of it.
nah.
So hole 2 is par 3. It's 100 metres.
Yeah, a bit of a tunnel shot. It's a little bit of a flexy backhand shot with this one. Lots of trees to hit. We'll see what Bayne can do.
Yeah, I'd say this one would play pretty difficult on the day at 100 meters. Bayne doesn't get that one turning enough.
Fade quite harshly there. Someone needs to score in this battle. It's getting too tight. It's going on for too long. So what happens if they end all square, Sarah?
Yep, that's just what the score is. So for each round, there's 2 cards playing. So we've got this card, and then there's another card with a singles and doubles pairing as well. And then you take the overall scores based on the outcomes of each matchup. So you'll have essentially 4 rounds playing, so 2 singles and 2 doubles, and then you just take the outcome from those 4. Oh, that is a good shot.
It's a shot by the Weissman.
Technical, high degree of difficulty.
Paddy's got that shot, I reckon.
Yeah, no stranger to the woods is Paddy. Playing a lot of his disc golf at Inverleigh in Victoria, and that one's
Doing that early.
too far right, but if he can get lucky, perhaps he could fight back. I don't think he has.
It's going to be a problem for the second, Sarah.
Yeah, we'll see what look I've got from there. I guess the fun thing with match play is if I know that the other
look
team are
out.
parked, then I kind of have the green light to just run it from wherever I am.
Yep. So this first sign of real trouble we've seen Hartmann get himself into. So he's up there for 3.
Still got a bit of a tester putt as well.
Not a problem. Not a problem at all.
Easy.
And Bayne just puts a short one up there, so he'll be able to tap in for 3, and it looks like he'll take the hole. With, geez, I don't know how many. 3 holes left? 2, 3? A couple?
I think we started hole 4, so I reckon just the 1 hole left, I
One.
reckon. Yeah.
So a real opportune time to take a lead as Hartmann picks up. Doesn't think Bayne's going to miss that one, and quite frankly, no one in the world does either.
All right, so we're splitting honours so far here. The singles, the Aussies have it in the singles, and the Germans have it in the doubles as we move into hole 3 here. Par 3, it's only 95 metres. You've got Amanda on the right here, keeping you amongst the trees. Straight line with a little bit of left to finish. What's the play here, Sarah? Just going to let Paddy try to hyzer flip one up.
Yeah, just hit the gap, try and get as close to the basket. And,
guys.
thank you.
High fives all round. So this is the last hole. You were bang on there, Sarah. You can't remember anything else about the tournament, but you knew there was 1 hole left. One apiece. So 1 for Bayne as he leads off.
He's going the forehand line.
He's going to play this fairly safe, you think, with a par 3. And that is parked, ladies and gentlemen.
He sees the game differently because I didn't even perceive that line.
That is why he's Australia's #1 ranked singles player.
Knowing he's done, doesn't really take his time there.
Even better.
Just as good.
Bittersweet ending there for Timo.
That's that green light you're talking about, Sarah.
Yeah,
When you know
yeah.
you're done.
All right, now this is a really important shot after that
It is.
minor mistake there from the German team.
Chance to square it back up here.
Mm-hmm.
Get through.
Does the hyzer flip? Not enough
Get
height.
over.
Oh, you got a putt there, like a hyzer putt there, Sarah.
Left
It's a
some
pretty
work.
long putt there.
So needs to get this close, does Martje.
Yeah, still needs to keep the pressure on the Aussies.
Yep. She's got a bit of work to do, especially with the lefty. Doesn't look like she's got much of a flick, so she's going to have to throw a bit of a turnover on this one.
Ooh, I think
Well,
catches a
nice.
bit of that
Ooh.
branch on the way
Catches
through.
a tree.
Ja, ja. Aber da war dann doch plötzlich.
Still 2 more disc golfs from there, just about, for the Germans.
Yeah, now Sarah, you just want to be wanting to put this one close.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
And now
Need this.
Weiss
Mm-hmm.
needs to make it to avoid the tie. Oh, it doesn't.
And that ties the matchup. If Paddy can make, if Paddy can make this.
Yeah, it's exciting, this match play, isn't it?
It is. It's a
Different-
different way of watching disc golf.
Different sort of tension.
Oh, for sure.
So
Keep
Bayne
you-
takes the win.
Yep.
And deserved it with that forehand on the last hole. Goodness me. And the Aussies square it up there.
As that brings the singles and doubles matchup to the end. Overall, as you saw in the doubles, was all square, and the singles, Luke Bayne 1 hole up over Timo Hartmann. There was another matchup.
Yep, so we had Gina Hill and Chris Finn playing doubles against Sophie Rostusha and Peter Ehrman
Very good.
as the German doubles. And so Australia got up that one, so they won by 2 holes. And then the other singles, we got Blake Houston and Kevin Consor, with Blakey getting up on that one too.
Smashed him 4 holes up. So the Germans and the Aussies battle was a good one to watch. A good one for us to make our start on, definitely. For
Yeah.
the tournament.
Ice is broken here.
And we've got plenty of more of these matchups coming up from the World Flying Disc Federation World Teams event from 2024. I've enjoyed it. What about you guys?
It's
Loved
been
it
great.
so far. Loved it.
Yeah, make sure you join us for the next matchups. And until you do, I've been Jason Wiedner.
I've been Matty Faz.
I'm Sarah Lee.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.